Can you give me like maybe 5 people or 7 people that played key roles on this project?
I'll talk about my team first here.
Yes.
My director, Michael. One of my best decisions. We never fought. We always had respectful, creative disagreements, but we always put the film first. As a lawyer, if you provide me superior argument, I will bow to your judgment. My lord. So whenever Michael said this, I'm like, let me think about it. We co-created a lot on this film. We worked together so seamlessly. It's a classic example of an older person and a younger person. We never disagreed, never fought. Like never, not once. We had creative, differences. This is how I think, this is how I think. But you see, I will always, whenever he's trying to disagree with me, he will go and find me videos online and pictures to form his creative references. Like, EP, this is what we should do. Me too, I'll go and find my own. So we'll find a middle ground. But at every point, we always put the film first. It was never about me or he as the director. So a lot of people had said, Chelsea, for a project this big, you need an experienced director, you need this, you need. So I was confused because I'd never made a film too. I was listening to so many people's advice and counsel. So I called Uncle Richard, and Uncle Richard said, look, Chelsea, I'm also working on a film, and my director is making a debut as a director. When Uncle Richard gave me that confidence, I said, Uncle Richard is too smart, he's a veteran, and he's a solid actor. If he's going to choose a young director, then why not? So he believed in Makemation from the first day. I didn't have anything to show him. I hadn't spoken to him 14 years before that time. And he followed me to my first meeting and said, look, I've been around the industry, this film is the first of its kind, it's different, please back it up, and all that. And because RMD said so, he started to give people confidence that this is something to be part of. Yeah. So even our first set of actors, sponsors, partners, the thing that I had to show them was, oh, look, RMD and I went to make a pitch at Microsoft. Same for Auntie Shaffy Bello. I'd never met her before then. I sent her a DM on Instagram. She replied me and sent me her phone number. Then I called her. Then she called Uncle Ibrahim Chatta for me. Right? And then we started talking on WhatsApp and all that. And so on the day of that Microsoft meeting, I needed morale. So I called Auntie Shaffy and she said, don't worry, I'll come. And she came. So both of them were guiding me on both sides. And with a combination of RMD and Shaffy Bello, who is you?
Who is it?
Anytime I wanted to get any actor, I'm like, RMD is on the film, and the Shaffy is on the film. They're like, okay. So that was the beginning of this journey. And for me, the highest honor I could show both of them, in spite of the fact that whatever was due to them on Makemation, we made sure that we provided it to them, is to name them my co-executive producers, because they did not just act on this film, they enabled my dream. My DOP, Taj, found Taj on Instagram. Nobody introduced me to Taj. I saw a short film he did, and I thought the cinematography was out of this world. And when you watch Makemation, you understand why Taj was the guy. Not just him, but also the camera operators, Amara, and Louis. Really great team. Bright, Focus Puller. They were really good guys. My production manager started as a production coordinator when we shot first phase of principal photography, and then finished off in the pickup shoot as our production manager, Tega. He's 26. And I'm very happy with all my choices. Tolu Obaro, my music composer, became my associate producer along the way because he had a lot of brilliant ideas, shared a lot of thoughts. Tolu did the music for the first 1 hour cut of Makemation for us to be able to meet up with the official exclusive screening that the US government hosted in September. He did that cut in 2 weeks.
Wow.
The entire music and sound and everything in 2 weeks. It was, yes. That's why I said people went above and beyond. The film deserved respect. The film deserved to be pampered by the very nature of it. And everybody gave their absolute best to it. Adio Sholanke. my editor. Like I said, the first cut of Makemation was 6 hours. So Adio had the terrific job of cutting this film from 6 hours to the short cut it is now that people are going to be watching in cinemas. And he never for once, he was getting married while he was editing. His wedding was in between, but Adio would say, church is in the morning. I will edit till about 2 a.m., go and get some sleep. You know, we will co-create together. Adio, what do you think we should do about this? Adio, these are my thoughts around. Yes, ma'am. Okay, this is it. I absolutely enjoyed working with all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, we had bad days because we were under pressure a number of times, but our good days were like 95%. So they far outweigh our bad days pale in significance, you know, in comparison to the good days we had. So Adio was wonderful on this project. He also cut the trailer, you know, what young people call mad.
Mado. Mado.
I like to thank my husband, the original stand-up guy. The only person in this world that has 2 heads.
That's good.
Because, you know, we're just sitting on the bed one day, and I'm like, Daddy, you know, I'm restless. Like, all these young people, like, we need to do something more. We need to give young people more. I'm going to make a film. I'll make a film. Like, you know, I was thinking about it just like that. But the day the idea hit me, I was flying back to Nigeria. I had landed at Nigerian airport, and everywhere was looking like Nigeria. And my husband was the first person I shared the idea of Makemation with, and he's been my biggest cheerleader. Like, he's the one that watches the footage and approves it before I then give feedback, because he will watch it frame by frame. No, we can't use this. No, we have to use that. I talk to him about everything. Like, he's my go-to guy. You know, he's the only one, like I said, that has
That's
2
great.
heads. He's the EP's EP. You know, he's the EP's. I call him chairman. He's the EP's chairman. Like, I have to go to him to say, sir, Shetigba. Shetiwa, all right.
Clara, what I do good? What I do good? Where he take give you to me, Clara?